Hello everyone, and welcome to my brand new series on Wosnice. This is going to be quite different from my usual experience with Farming Simulator. I usually go for big open fields on big maps or plains that I can create my own field and build my own farm on. But just to keep things fresh for me, and I'm thinking that a lot of people don't actually do this, I'm going to keep this on a smaller scale. This map is very small compared to many maps out there. So let's just have a quick overview. If we zoom in here, this is where we start off, my little farm. We don't start off with much: house, chickens, cows, but no animals, just have the pens. Okay, so let's jump in. So physically, here's my house. It's very small, very modest. This here is the cow barn, which can hold up to 40 cows if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. The animal menu is here. Oh, 10 cows. Oh, well, that's not a lot. Okay, well, not a lot of cows, but it's going to be very low maintenance. And we can always sell the building and put something bigger in eventually. So this is actually a chicken coop, but it's also our garage where we keep our two tractors. So I've changed the tractors that I start with just to keep things fresh. Usually you start off with two Massey Fergusons, but I went with two Kubotas, the M6 and the M7. I mean, I did pay for those DLCs, so I might as well use them. And how many chickens can I own? Where's the animal icon? Oh, there it is. 150 chickens. That's actually pretty decent compared to the cows. So, what fields do I own? I own actually a few fields. You start off with field 16, 72, and 67, which is actually two fields. Well, it's one field, but there's a road going across it. It's the same crop. Okay. Now, as you've noticed, I don't have a harvester. I don't start with a harvester. I just have two tractors. I have a bit of equipment here in the shed. I have a tiny plow that I most likely will swap out because this is just too small for my taste. I have a planter. So as you can tell, I will be doing root crops, since this is what we start with, and the fields are all nice and long. They're not very wide, so it's perfect for root crops. And a small cultivator here, a little tractor trailer here, part of the RN pack if I'm not mistaken. So, first things first. Just hop over here. Okay, so this is owned by me, okay. Ready to harvest barley. Well, I said I've limited myself to 2 machines, so I can rent up to 2 machines at a time. So let's go to the store, and I will rent the smallest harvester possible. Let's check the modded harvesters, see if I can save a bit of money. Maybe this one. That one is 36 with a working width of 4.8. Okay. And if we go to the Roostelmack, it's got a 5-meter working width. So I'm thinking for the amount of money we save, we can spare the 0.2 meters. So I will rent this. I'll keep everything as is. I don't want to put any more money than I need to in this. It's basically just to clear my fields. So I will grab this. Now usually I would take the header trailer, but it's a really small map. I don't have far to drive. So let's hop in here. Even the dealership it's a tight fit. Let's try not to hit my own header. Alrighty. So I'll drive over to my field. And I will see you there. Alright, so here we are. We finally arrived at our farm. I will start the harvest. I'll start off with this field. Just seems logical since it's the one closest to me. So let's unfold this. Okay. That's it. And off we go. I will see you in a bit. Alright, so we're nearing the end of our first field. I will get this field done. I'll go grab the M6 Kubota tractor and I'll hook it up to the trailer. I'll empty out the grains. I'll go sell them right away because if I'm not mistaken, the other fields are not the same. Just gonna confirm before I do that though. So I just want to point out before we get any deeper into the series, I'm not using seasonal growth. That way there's always something going on. There's no winter lull where I'm basically just standing around waiting for winter to be over. Because as you can see, it's a small farm, not many animals, not a lot of things to do except take care of your farm. Also, ideally, what I'd like to do is, as I've mentioned before, focus on root crops, but I would also like to take full advantage of vineyards. I mean, this map seems perfect for vineyards. So if I can buy off some fields and just convert them into vineyards, I think that would be great. Alright, so just confirm. What is this? This is barley, right? And our other field, let's just remember, barley. Let's not forget the word barley. Also, other specifications. My playstyle, I do not like using autoload. I prefer going in forklift, front loader, telehandler, whatever, doing the work myself. Have nothing against autoload. I just personally don't like it. I find it takes me out of the experience. Now on this map there's not much production chains, so I don't know how that's gonna end up. I might end up building my own productions at one point, but it's not very flat, so the construction cost might be astronomical. Oh, so this was barley as well. Okay, so we won't sell it right away unless we fill up the trailer, which I doubt. I mean, this is a pretty small harvester, so I'd be very surprised if I filled up the trailer. Only one way to find out. Now we will wait patiently. I'll hop back into the M6. Oh yeah, no, that trailer ain't gonna be full at all. So I can go and harvest my other field, and then I will sell the grain since I don't have a silo. And I know it's probably not the best time of year. I mean, August is rarely the best time to sell anything. So, but since I don't have anywhere to store it, I don't even have a shed really where I can put it. Unless I put like a pile here in the middle, but that would make it very inconvenient for me. Yeah, no, I'm gonna sell it. There's no point in keeping it. Although, chickens. Just want to confirm something. Chickens do eat barley, right? Yes. Okay, so I might keep some barley then. Yeah. You know what? I'll buy chickens right away. And I will give them food. I don't know how much food is gonna fit in here. 150 chickens. Well, you know what? Let's buy 50 fully matured chickens. They'll reproduce pretty fast. Plus, I'll be getting eggs in no time. So buy. I don't mind the transport fee for chickens anyway. Cows is pretty expensive. I'd also like to really focus on animals in this series. If I can free up some land and actually have some pigs, maybe horses, even sheeps. But I'd definitely like to at least do pigs. And maybe have like one horse, just for fun. To be determined. So I'm very curious. Wrong menu. Oh, wow, okay, so it really barely takes anything. 3,000 liters. I wonder how long that's gonna last, but anywho. Okay, so that's done. Let's hop here. So I'll drive up to the field. It's not very far, so I'm not gonna skip ahead. Just drive there. Nice and slow. I will have to cut through the trees though. Hopefully the header will fit in between these two. Should be fine. Slow and steady. Okay. I wouldn't want to wreck this rental machine. That would be bad. Let's get this started. Alright, so we're almost done here. Just this little strip left. I know, I'm missing some chunks. I will go over it. I refuse to have imperfections. Alright, let's just turn this around. Okay, back this up here. We'll harvest these little chunks. Not worth much. Couple of liters of green, but the field will look just so much nicer. Okay, so we'll get this little piece left here, and then we'll hop into our M6 Kubota tractor and we'll empty out the combine. And after that we'll have to harvest the canola. Okay, that's done. Let's pull the pipe and hop into our trusty tractor. Do I fit between the door without hitting anything? Yeah, oh yeah, it's a tight fit, but I'm okay. And there we go. Alrighty. So, let's grab this and we'll go sell it. Ain't no point in holding on to this. I'm pretty sure the chickens have way more than they need. Now, it would be nice though to know where the best place to sell. Grain elevator, old grain mill. Looks like it's the old grain mill. But I don't know where the old grain mill is, so let's tag this. Zoom out. Where is it? Okay. Okay, so it's right next to the dealership. Oh, okay. I don't need to keep it tagged. Don't like to have that gigantic green beam hanging over the map. So I will drive on there, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, here we are. So it's just around back here. I can see it. The old grain mill. Now, where do I park to drop off? Okay, so I'm assuming this is the drop off. Let me just back up here. That was terrible. Awful, just awful. Okay, seriously, let's back this up. There we go. Why is it not giving me the option to sell? Is it on the other side? How very odd. Maybe it's here. Okay, well, it seems I can't sell here for some reason, so I guess we'll go on to plan B. Plan B would be the grain elevator, I suppose. And on the grain elevator, if I'm not mistaken, is all the way up here somewhere. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess we'll drive up on there. Very odd that I can't empty here. Okay, so here we are. This guy is kind of in the way. Let's just drive around him. Okay, so let's turn here. And this right here would be the sell point. Alright. Makes sense? Yeah, this is it. Alrighty. Well, hello, good sir. Am I in your way? Why exactly do you want to walk here? Oh, geez, hey. $4,471. I mean, that's really good. It covers the rental fee from my harvester. So basically, once I harvest the canola, it's going to be all profit. Okay, so here we are. Now, it occurred to me while I was driving, I'm not going to harvest this right away. I will do it today in this episode. But before that, I'm just going to bring our good old friend here. I will start cultivating the fields that I've already done. And ideally, I can do both ends. And I can set him up on a worker. The worker will do the work while we keep harvesting. Oh geez, this is a tight fit. I think I might have to take the planter out before and pop this off. Now, will I be able to get the cultivator? This is a really tight space. I will definitely upgrade this to an open concept garage eventually. Once I have a bit more money. Okay, let's just get lined up here. Alrighty. There we go. And we're off. Alright, I think this is good enough. I'll set this off on the worker. It's a pretty small field. I'm sure the worker will be done way before I'm done with the canola field. So, let's line this up. All good. There you go. Have fun. Bring the pipe back in. I'll get lined up with my canola field and start doing this right away. And the canola, unlike the wheat, I'm not feeding to anything, so I can just sell. AI worker has completed their task. Highly doubtful. Not the smartest of AIs. Why does it say he completed his task? It's a mystery. Hopefully, this won't be an issue. Okay, take 2. Maybe this worker is a little more competent. Let's just watch. And then I'll hop back into the combine. Just so I don't flip-flop between machines. Come on, you can do this, you can do this. Alright, there you go, all the way to the end, turn around. Don't tell me you're done, you're not done. Come on. Holy smokes. This worker is not the brightest penny in the fountain now, is he? Anywho, seems to be doing the job, I suppose. Gonna cost me more money because he's taking his sweet time. Alright, let's rock and roll. Alright, so something occurred to me. I don't know where the pallets are going to spawn for my eggs, so I'm just going to go have a look. I'm also going to realign the worker in the next field so things keep moving. Okay. Egg pallets, what's this? That's nothing. Okay, well, oh, there we go. Well, that was easy to see. I have one egg pallet with, wow, 9 pieces. 62 kilograms of eggs. Okay, well, good. At least I know where it is. I don't have anything to move the pallets around, so I will need a forklift. But as I said, I don't believe in autoload, so I will definitely buy a forklift. Earlier than later. Oh geez, what happened here? Such a simple field and you managed to mess it up. Okay, so this leads me to believe that workers are gonna be pretty useless on this map. Which I'm not really sure I understand why. The fields are nice and rectangular. There's no obstacles. There's absolutely nothing really to make it hard on the worker. It boggles the mind. But whatever. I guess it keeps me engaged. Oh, hello, Mr. Deer. Oh, geez, this deer standing right there in the middle of the road. He's gonna get whacked. Okay. So instead of putting this on a worker, I'll just set this off to the side. I'll do this myself after I've harvested the canola field. Also, I've had a magnificent idea. I mean, since I rented the harvester, and I'm most likely gonna return it as soon as I'm done with it, I could probably buy some of these fields that already have full-grown grains in them. $29,000. It's actually very affordable. What about these here? This one is 17. So many options. Look at all these fields. Alright, so I completed this field off screen. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to pick up the canola from the combine harvester and I will go sell it. And that will be the end of our first episode. So let me just jump into the M6. I wonder how much we're going to get for this load of canola. It's usually worth a lot more than barley, so it should be pretty good. Plus it's a decent haul. So let's just see. Where's the best sell point for canola? Canola would be at the old grain mill again, but we're not going to try that. And then it's the grain elevator. So it's back to where we were. Alright, just going to shut this off. And I will drive all the way to the grain elevator. It's not a very long drive, so I'm not going to jump there. We'll enjoy the scenery of this map together as we drive. It's about maybe a minute drive. It's just down here. Really looking forward to seeing if I can make a good bit of money off of this. Ideally, I will buy a plot of land before the end of the episode, and at the start of the next one, we'll be able to harvest our new field. And then we'll cultivate all of our fields and we'll decide which one to plant root crops in, and if we're gonna start converting into vineyards immediately. Might have to do some more arable crops. Alright, here we go. Alright, oh. Well, that's really good. 10,458 harvest income. I'd say I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna set this off to the side of the road here, just not to block traffic. There we go. Shut this off. And let's go look at the map. So as we can see here, this is a wheat field. Those two are wheat. What about this one here? This is oat. And it's $16,000. It's right next to our field. But I think, if I recall correctly, let me just jump in here. Let's go see field number. Okay, this one here, yeah. Okay, so this oat is harvested. So I would have to cultivate this field. But it's very, very small. So I might have to buy 2 fields in order for it to be worth it. The cotton is growing. This one would be the ideal field to buy. $23,000. But I don't want cotton, and I don't want to have to rent a machine to harvest the cotton because it's way too expensive. What about field 28? $25,000. And what's in field 28? Grass. No, not grass. If I'm not mistaken, soybean. You know what? Yeah, this seems like a good buy, because soybean is always worth it. So here we go. Buy land, $25,000. Yes. Let's go visit our new field. Alright, so here we are. Field number 25. Soybeans. It's not fully grown though. I would have hoped it would be. Plus there's a big telephone pole right in the middle of this field, which is going to be very inconvenient for workers. So I am assuming I will have to do most of this field myself, but I think it's still a good investment. I suppose we could keep the harvester for an extra day. Hopefully this will be fully grown by then. So on this note, we will end this episode here. I'll drive the tractor back to my farm off screen, and I will see you again next time.